Today we're going to talk about how to reinvent yourself. So basically doing a complete life makeover. I feel like this is a topic that a lot of people talk about, but I'm just going to give you guys my own opinions, also how I reinvent my own life. I always talk about fitness and things like that, but those are parts of what makes your life beautiful. Here are 7 tips to reinvent yourself and be the best that you could ever be. When I think about reinventing myself, I think about living well-rounded life and lifestyle, and one of those things would be having a fully fulfilled life. The first category is fashion, of course, so presenting yourself well. If you look good, you feel good, and when you feel good, then you do good. Finding your personal style, whatever you like, whether you like, street fashion, whether you like classic. So your personal style is something that you discover by experimenting different styles, different clothing, see what fits your body. Everybody's body shape and the way their body is completely different. And B, with fashion, is quality over quantity. I personally used to be one of those people that shop a lot and get like a lot of those like quick fashion stuff. I still do. I mean, what I'm wearing is actually from Shein, but also I choose like what I like, and honestly that really did help me having something of a quality instead of just buying something and then washing it once and that's literally it. Instead of having your whole entire closet full, you can get wardrobe that are like categorized. 3 within this is gonna be building wardrobe essential, making sure that your wardrobe is something that are like one of those things that don't go out of style, like blazers, skirts, pants, classic shoes, boots, and things like that. So things that are like keep coming back, those wardrobe essentials that you can fit them together and have a really versatile wardrobe for yourself. Next, which is the second category, that's gonna be beauty. Within beauty, we have to have skincare. Having skincare like morning routine, night routine, and those things are really important. Making sure also that your skincare is tailored to you, making sure that your skincare also is working for you, not against you. And the second one within skincare is makeup skills. A lot of people on TikTok and Instagram always ask me, what is your makeup routine? What do you wear and things like that. My makeup routine doesn't really change a lot, except like this is my day wear, my day makeup. I just throw on lashes and that's pretty much it. You have to have some sort of makeup skills, especially as a woman. We want to be presentable, we want to be beautiful, and if you don't have any makeup skills, then there are a lot of ways that you can actually teach yourself. I learned everything pretty much I know from YouTube. Make sure you have a routine down where you can just put it together in 10 minutes. Number 3 within beauty is maintaining healthy lifestyle, hydrating, making sure that your environment is friendly to your mental. Having that balance once again and having that sustainability of lifestyle is gonna really help you when you're older. Making sure that you have some sort of routine. Number 4 of beauty is self-care. Self-care, honestly, as a woman especially, is really important. So making sure that you're taking care of yourself, you're giving yourself self-care routines. Self-care, ladies, it keeps you functional, it keeps you young. Let's talk about topic number 3, which is relationships. Honestly, this is one of the biggest brackets of things that you really have to look after. And within relationships, number 1, communication is one of those big ones. And if you don't have any communication skills, then you have to have communication skills. You have to be able to communicate with other people. You have to be able to tell people what you want, what you don't want, what you tolerate, what you don't tolerate. If you don't do that, nobody is gonna be able to read your mind, and vice versa. If you are lacking in that aspect, it's really gonna take away from your growth, from your self-discipline, from your self-worth, from your self-value, and even asking people, what do you expect from me? And making sure that relationships are give and take. A lot of people, especially women, are givers, but they have hard time receiving. Making sure that you're able to receive gracefully. It is an actual skill on its own as well. So be somebody who is able to communicate and can do that with other people. The second one with relationships also is quality over quantity. I literally remember when I was like in my early 20s, I used to have like a million different friends, and then guess what? That would take away from my energy, that would take away from my other stuff like my schoolwork and things like that. So investing in friendships that are quality based is really important, and that could be friendship, that could be relationship with your significant other, your husband, that could be even your family relationships. And if you have some traumas and things like that within your family, then also dealing with that on your own, making sure that we understand also some people are not for us and some people are for us. So find your own group, find your own people, find your own circle, and make sure you're genuinely also pouring into that so they can give back to you as well when you need them. Relationship with yourself is really, really important. Self-love, you have to practice that. Everybody is not able to give themselves self-love. At the end of the day, you want to pour into yourself. You want to be able to practice things. You want to be able to self-evaluate. At the end of the day, at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the year, self-evaluate. What have I done this week? Where did I want it to go? Did I get there? If I didn't, then why not? Honestly, self-evaluating is also part of giving that self-love to yourself. Within relationships, the relationship with yourself is something that you really, really need to invest in. And once you do that, then you can honestly blossom like a beautiful flower. And category 4, my personal favorite, fitness. Fitness is also part of like that self-love as well, like giving something back to yourself. That's your time to yourself. The first one of fitness is having a plan, like a fitness plan, workout plan. Having a plan is really gonna help you discipline and get yourself there. And with fitness, a lot of people are like, how are you always self-disciplined? How are you always doing what you need to do? And how are you always in the gym working out every single week? Sometimes I might be lazy, I might be dragging my feet, but if I have a plan, I know there's a schedule within my week and I have to work out 4 or 5 times a week, whether I'm tired or not. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I have to do that. 90% of why I'm self-disciplined is because of the plans that are within my schedule during that week. Having a plan is going to prevent a lot of other things. The second one is variety. Having variety of different things to choose from. Personally, when I started my fitness journey, I didn't know I wanted to get into lifting. I didn't want to, lift weights and things like that because like all of you guys or ladies, I thought if I do lift weights, I'm gonna be bulky, I'm gonna look like a man, I'm gonna look like those weightlifters that are on the stage, and I didn't want that until I actually practiced and did variety of different things. I did not figure out what I really enjoy and like, and what I really, really, really liked and enjoyed was lifting weights, and that is the form of training that I do personally. But you would not know unless you tried different things and variety of different workouts and exercises and even different parts of things. Like you can try yoga, you can try doing HIIT cardio, you can try weightlifting, you can try doing Pilates. It doesn't really matter until you find what you like, until you find what you really, really enjoy and love. Number 3 within fitness is consistency. Also my personal favorite. To be consistent, again, you have to have a plan and you have to have something that you really enjoy. Like we were talking about the variety. Once you find those 2 things out, then the consistency is gonna come from the practice. In order for you to love something or to do something consistently every single week, you would have to A, build your tolerance to doing that thing over and over again. In order for you to be consistent, you also have to be competent of what you're doing. In order for that competence to come, again, you have to do consistency and practice everything. You have to practice your lifts, you have to practice your workouts, you have to practice your routines and what you're doing. Without consistency, motivation and all these little things are not going to really take you a long way. Being consistent also keeps you accountable. And number 4 of fitness is nutrition. Nutrition is going to be 80% of your progress is going to come from your food, from your diet, from what you eat. You can schedule your things within a week. So every single week you can have a new goal. So by Sunday, have a new goal for the next, 7 days or so. And then next Sunday, you can have another goal. For your diet goals, one of the first things that you have to do is get rid of processed foods, anything on wrappers, so you can get into that habit of building that sustainable, healthy lifestyle. And then the second thing would be getting rid of some things that are like sugary stuff that you drink or you eat, and then slowly phasing things out. Number 5 is gonna be your finances. I think this is one of the biggest ones, and a lot of people are scared of it, and I was scared of my own finances because I wasn't sure what I was gonna find. Finances is really, really important part and crucial part of your personal growth. You being that girl, you reinventing yourself. Number 1 in finances is gonna be budgeting. Budgeting is just sorting and making sure that you're making your payments on time, and also knowing what is coming in and out of your bank account, and you're not draining your bank account and you're not leaving it negative. A lot of us don't like to hear about budgeting and finances and things like that, but it is really, really important part of life. And in order for you, especially if you want to be that girl and reinvent yourself to sustain your life, you have to have a budget of some sort. You can't blow your whole entire paycheck on buying shoes and clothes and handbags. Though I love those things, but also I have to pay my bills. I have to be able to make my rent at the beginning of the month. So making sure that you have your budget created by the beginning of the month or at the end of the month, depending on your bank statement. We can do a whole topic of that. You guys let me know if you want to get into budgeting. I'm loving that. I have spreadsheets for everything now. And the second thing with finances is gonna be debt management. So making sure that you don't have a lot of debts. If you do, just making sure, knowing, what kind of debts you have, knowing exactly what you owe and how much you owe. Actually, knowledge is power. Sometimes we run away from certain things like knowing how much debt we owe. That is really, really important because then you can actually have a plan to attack those debts. All of those could be managed by knowing exactly how much you owe and having a plan to attack those debts. Basically, a debt management plan. Number 3 with budgeting is saving and investing. Saving is really, really important, especially if you're somebody who wants to reinvent themselves. You can slowly start by putting something in your savings account, like $100, or you can put that within your budgeting at the beginning of the month. You can put a saving plan within your budget as well. Number 6 is personal growth. It should be number 1, I think, and it's one of the main things that it really, really is gonna help you elevate and be that girl. If you're not actively doing personal growth or surging to grow your mind and everything else, it's gonna be a lot harder for you to reinvent yourself because your mind and your knowledge is gonna be stagnant and you're not gonna elevate. So in order for that elevation to happen, you have to learn new things. Sometimes we learn or we hear new things and it's not really new to us. It's like a reminder of what we've already known. So the first thing when it comes to personal growth is goal setting. Personally, every month I have some goal that I want to achieve. Right now it's YouTube, so I really want to get better at YouTube by the end of the year. So that is my goal for the next few months. But making sure that you have some sort of goal, reasons why you want to achieve this goal, and then what are you gonna do, like what are the steps you will do to achieve this goal is really, really important. Again, checking in with yourself once a while, like once a month, once a week, making sure that you're checking in, seeing what you've done and then what you could do better. The second thing within personal growth is continuously learning. Continuously learning is really gonna help your mind even like expand in ways that you didn't even know. Personally, I go from hopping from one topic to another to another to another, and it's always been this way for me. I don't know why. I always wanted to learn more about something. I go like ham on that one thing. I completely deep dive in it, and then I find something else. Making sure that you're continuously learning, you're learning something new, whether it's from books, whether it's from courses, even on YouTube. There are so many free information on YouTube. Number 3 of personal growth is mindfulness. This is one thing that really, really helped me personally. I'm super hyperactive. I'm extremely hyper. I'm like all over the place sometimes. But being mindful and practicing, whether it's like meditation, tuning out things, and just working out or journaling or even walking, those could be a mindful things that you can slow down your mental and get out of that go, go, go mentality and just slow down your mind. And then the 4th thing with personal growth is networking. Getting out of your own zone, out of your comfort zone, because it's gonna help you elevate as a person, reinvent yourself, get into circles and places that you haven't been before. There are apps like meetup.com and places that you can actually find people that you can network with. And number 7, be adventurous and have fun. You don't always have to be like so uptight. You don't always have to be like so serious. Have fun, be adventurous, be yourself. Nobody's really gonna look at you and be like, oh, she's weird. They might, who cares though? That's how I look at life. They might judge you, they might not, but at the end of the day, just making sure you're having fun with your life, with yourself, with everything. Take trips. This is also how you find what you love, what you like, what you don't like. This video is coming to a conclusion. Let me know if there are any of these topics that you want to go into more in depth. And remember, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes practice for you to reinvent yourself. All these steps cannot happen all overnight. At the end of the day, you might be focusing on one step at a time, and that's completely okay. That's how I have done things. If you guys like this information, please give this video a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, okay? Don't be stingy. I'll see you guys on the next video. If there's any of these topics that you want to deep dive in, let me know and I'll give you the information. All right, I'm here for you. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Have a good one. Bye.